a few years ago, my son at probably 12 years old, in passing said to me, he goes, you know, Dad, if you don't do your own recording or start your own band, he says, you're going to regret it one day. And that hit home because I knew that was the truth. And it's something I've always wanted to do. And you know, it costs money. I mean, I joke with people that people say, why did you wait till now? I said, I play harmonica for a living. It took me this long to save enough money to do it. The first band I was ever in, playing full-time, was a band called Cement City Stompers, and it was a country swing band in Ontario here, and a great bunch of guys, and they've become kind of my second family, a very tight-knit unit. Playing with Dutch Mason was a huge thrill for me. When they were living up here in Toronto, would have been 18. This is before I was playing in a band myself, so I'd probably been playing for about 1 year. And I met Rick Jeffries, his harp player, and we'd hang out all the time, and he'd ask me questions, show me a lick, he'd tell me. And the band taught me a new definition of crazy. I met Matt Manglewood when I moved out east. I had been playing with Dutchie for about 9 months. And that was my first big touring band. We did fairly extensive touring. Very extensive touring across Canada, starting from the East Coast all the way to Vancouver and back again, many times. And that was also a great experience for me. Matt taught me a lot, and I still play with Matt when he comes through. Ronnie Hawkins. I laugh more playing with Ronnie probably than anybody I've played with. He's truly a very funny guy, and I did a European tour with him, which was pretty cool as well. I've done quite a bit of session work. That's probably taught me a lot about when to play and when not to play, and how to hold back in your playing, which is something I try and explain to people when I'm teaching them. It's great to showcase what you can do as a player, and the licks and the speed and all that stuff, but then there's what it comes down to in the end is what sounds right in the song. Well, the goal in making this album was really to showcase what I can do originally as a harmonica player only, and you know, which would have to include a variety of styles, because that's kind of what I do. You know, I certainly love playing blues, but there's other things that I like to do. So I had to find tunes that would showcase that, which I didn't have. A couple of them I did, but I had to go looking for songs that would work. But in that process, I also decided to try and write some songs. I had some rough ideas on things, but I needed help with bringing them to life. And so I was very pleased with this. Was kind of a bonus that I wasn't expecting, as I wrote and co-wrote 4 of the songs on the record, and I'm very happy with the way they turned out. 2 of the songs were written with Steve Strongman, who very generously took a chance on me. I think, you know, huge fan of his, but just to have him, I know how busy he was with the release of his own new record, and he took the time to get together with me and take a look at these songs, and so we co-wrote 2 of the songs, which he sings and plays guitar on, which are great. And there's another one I co-wrote with Lance Anderson, the producer of the CD, and there's one that I wrote that I sing. I wanted to pick a a team of players. I wanted to pick guys that I felt comfortable with, that would work well together. And because there's a bit of a cross-section of styles on this, I wanted players that could cut it across those different styles and give the sensitivity to some of the prettier songs and rock out a bit on the raunchier ones. So I got Russ Boswell on bass, Al Cross on drums, an old friend of mine, John Tilden, on guitar, along with Neil Chapman on guitar, and Lance Anderson on B3 and piano. Lance also produced the CD for me. Making this record meant a lot to me. Like I said, it was 56 years in the making. I've always wanted to do one. So it was an emotional process. It was a lot of work. And but I discovered some neat things about myself that I didn't realize, in the music areas as far as writing goes, and even singing a song, which I haven't done in years. So it's been a really good experience. I'm very happy with the results of it, and I hope people like it.